Hey, Team 100, and welcome to Inspiration Speak Love 100 with your girl, Josie Love. That is me. I am super excited to be with you guys tonight because I have a great conversation for you guys tonight. But I do want to get to testimony night because I am getting so much emails. And I just want to say thank you guys once again for sharing your stories, for becoming the better version of yourself, and for sharing that with me. I don't take it lightly. I appreciate the fact that you guys entrust me with your stories, but I always welcome you guys to the platform. Please come on in and share your stories with me. I would love to hear from you personally, so just press that request button and I would love to connect with you face to face, because I've gotten so many emails, but I want to put some faces to these emails and I want your story to become reality. Like, I really want to hear you share your story. I want to get that feeling of where that energy, that confidence, that perseverance is coming from. And it's all when you tell your stories, really. Just come on over. This platform was created for you to share your story. So I welcome you, Team 100. I welcome you with open arms. It is testimony night and I am super excited to always be with you guys. Yes, last week I was not in attendance, but I told you guys, when life happened, let me hear you say it, you must answer her, okay? Life is going to happen. There's some things that you are not going to be able to control, and you have to just answer it. And sometimes you have to, pause certain things to make sure certain things are in order. And life happens, sometimes you just have to take a break, rewind, and regroup to become the better version of yourself, or to continue the journey and the process of becoming the better version of yourself. All right, Team 100. Hey, where we at? Okay, I'm just so excited to be with you guys. I really, truly, genuinely look forward to testimony night, and I'm super excited to always, after reading all these emails all week, to really come in and hope that, one of you guys would just come on in and share your testimony. But I understand a lot of you guys are very timid, and this platform is here, so we aren't going anywhere. So whenever you become comfortable to share your story, please come on in and share your story. Tell a friend to tell a friend. That is going down here on Inspiration Speak Love 100 with your girl, Josie Love. That is me. So I always have a testimony for you guys. So I'm going to share my testimony. This week has really been such a, what's the word that I'm looking for, Team 100? Because you guys, it's not that, I have this amazing life and great things are just happening. No. But when you look for confirmation, I always tell you guys this all the time. When you look for confirmations in regards to what you are in transition into becoming, or stepping into your purpose, it is live. I do have children, so you may hear them every now and then. You do have to be mindful of these confirmation, and these confirmation is what keep you going. It's what keep that positivity up and going in your spirit. And if you are not looking for confirmation, if you're not looking for that next step, or next approval step, or you're not listening to God, and you're not taking heed to what he's showing to you or what he's revealing to you, you're gonna miss out, and you do not want to miss out. And that's why I really look for confirmations in every interaction with anybody, with anything that I'm doing. I'm always looking for interactions, or I'm always looking for confirmation with each interaction. And so that's why I can always have a positive I guess I always have a positive outlook on things. Things happen to me as well. I am human. And so, I just always see, or I always try to see the good in everything. I had a video on that, and if you guys, need, a little pick me up, go ahead and check out that video. It is on our YouTube channel. So go to Inspiration Speak Love 100 on YouTube so you can catch up and be inspired and uplifted by that video, where I really just go into, hey, looking at the good in everything. And that's why I have a testimony every week. Every day we should really have testimonies, because we're here and we're doing a lot of things, some of us, that other people are not capable of doing. And so every single day you should have a testimony. And so I want you to share it. And so since I am an open book and I'm here to encourage and inspire and uplift you, I'm always willing to share my story with you guys. So this week has been a very busy week. However, it has been one of those weeks where, when you're busy and you really don't have a break and you're just like in between everything. That's what this week has been. And it really has been a week of just I don't even know the word for it, because it's just when you're here but not here, but you're intercepting everything that's going on. It's like when you're asleep but you're not really asleep, and so you can hear the conversations. It's like an out of body experience. I think that's what it was for me this week. And I was just able to just really take a really, I don't even know how to break it down, Team 100. That's how this week was just like a blur, but not a blur. But what I'm trying to say in this week of having so much to do and being a part of so much stuff, I was able to just see how in tuned I am, or I don't even know how to explain this week. This week was just like one of those weeks where you should be exhausted, but then again, there is something in you, like there's an energy in you where you just cannot explain it, where it's just like, yo, I did a lot. I should be tired, but I'm not. I interacted with so much things and so much people. I should be overwhelmed, but I'm not. And I think that is my testimony. Like I done or was engaged and involved in so much this week where I didn't feel fatigued. Bam, there you go. Like I didn't feel overwhelmed. I didn't feel fatigued. I felt like I could keep going. Like even right now, I feel like I can keep going. And I think for me, that's a huge blessing, because I have so much stuff that I'm doing and so much things that I'm tapping into. And it's just really good to feel like, yo, you're productive. You're doing a lot of things, and you feel like you can continue to do more things. And that's what this week was for me. Like I was like super everywhere, but God just gave me this energy where it was just like, yo, I can keep on going. I can keep on going. And it felt so good, because I was able to tap into a lot of people. I was able to get involved into a lot of stuff. Even though most of these things were virtual, due to our pandemic, I was just so excited that I was able to do so much. I was able to connect with so many people near and far. And I was not overwhelmed. Some days, with certain situations and with certain things, we become so overwhelmed. We become really so overwhelmed with these things that, our body takes a toll, where our body is just like, yo, I'm just tired. Like you really just want to shut down and take a break and just like stop everything. I think the fact that this week, why I am so excited and why this is such a testimony for me, because I normally feel like, oh, I need to take a break. But this week, I think I did triple of what I normally would do. And I still feel rejuvenated. And I really think that's, with everything that I do, like, in regards to how I start my day, how I end my day. And so I just want to, share that, like, take some time to really just like, take it all in. Like, don't do so much, but do so much where you're able to take it all in. And I don't know how to just explain it. Like, you ever had or experienced something where you just don't know how to explain it, but you want to explain it? Like, this week was just like one of those weeks where it was just like, yo, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And that's the testimony. Okay, so I hope you guys understand the testimony, because it's something that I truly just cannot explain. And I'm trying to explain, but I can't explain, because it's just like, it's so... It's just like beyond me, in a sense. Like, it's so majestic, where it's just like, yo, I can't believe how I did all these things. And so that's why it's like, yo, God, how did we get through this week? And so my testimony was just like being able to be truly productive, like present, vigilant. Like I was on point. Like I'm normally on point, but this week I was just like killing it. And so much great things was able to come out of it. So much, I think, healing for a lot of people. I was able to just like tap into so many people. So many people was able to tap into me. And I think that's what really made this week such an amazing week for me, was the fact that I did so much. I didn't run myself, or I didn't feel like I ran myself like to the ground. But God did what he normally do. He shows up and he shows out. And you guys, Team 100, if you allow him to show up and show out in your life, he's going to do just that. You know, he's going to show up and show out. And there's going to be a lot of things that you are going to be able to accomplish. You are going to be able to do. You are going to be able to tap into so many people and collaborate with so many people and just build so much good stuff this year, that you too will be able to keep going and feel like you're not washed out, you're not tired, not overwhelmed. Because, you know, it's one thing to become overwhelmed, then you shut down. But when you're able to do so much and be such a blessing to so many people, and you still have, you know, your health, you still have that energy to keep on going, there's something amazing about it where I just cannot explain it. Y'all just have to tap into the man upstairs yourself and just like, you know, let him come into your world, and he gonna show you exactly what he did for me. So my testimony is just that I'm just super excited that I was able to do so much. And I'm not worn out, you know, that's it. Hey, anyways, Team 100, I want you to share your story. I want you to share your testimonies. I tell you guys, your testimonies don't have to be grand. A lot of people think that, oh my God, you know, I have to have a book, or I have to have something really amazing. It has to be something tangible for me to talk about, or it has to be something that everybody else is going through. No, everybody's experience and journey is super different. And it could be the smallest things. Like, it could be the smallest things. Like, I tell you guys all the time, people tell me all the time, a simple hello, a simple how you doing, sending a text. I'm big on text, you know. A lot of my interactions and conversation is on text because I'm just always out and about. But people appreciate the little, you know, sometimes you can't give grand, sometimes you can't give 5 hours, sometimes you can't give 30 minutes. But if you consistently show the little that you can, it will go a long way. And so, your testimony don't have to be something, you know, that's like out of a novel. It could just be something that you experienced that was very touching and meaningful to you. Something that you may have done for someone that was very meaningful and touching to you that you want to share. There's so much, like I say, there's so much negativity going on that the little good news, I appreciate it. I welcome it. You know, I want to hear more about it. And so that's just what it is. So tell your story. Don't be ashamed to tell your story. Don't be ashamed to tell your testimony. Your testimony, a lot of people think testimony is like a religious thing. It's not. It's just sharing amazing things that happen to you from someone, or by just experiencing life, or something that you have consciously done for someone to bring joy, to bring happiness, to make it a little easier on someone else. And so if you can do that for somebody, that's big. I want you to share it. I want more of that, you know, type of conversation, type of action to be contagious to other people. Welcome everyone that's coming in. And so, yeah, it's Testimony Night Show. Share your story. Come on in. And don't be afraid. You know, this is something beautiful that you get to connect with people on. And so I would love to be a part of that. So no more of the emails. For those of you who send me emails, you guys know you guys have done it since last year. I want you to come on to the platform. I want to put a face to the emails, and I want you to share your story, because like I tell you all the time, only you can tell your story. I can't tell it for you. I appreciate that you share it with me, but I really want you to come out and connect with the world, with the universe, and let people know that, hey, if you can overcome whatever it was that you were able to share with me or overcome, someone else can do the same thing. So come on in, share if you care. And we're going to get into the topic, because you guys know how I like to do it here on Testimony Night. Every Friday night after Testimony Night, we have a conversation, and the conversations are real. I think everyone who got into the DMs this week, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, every week I go ahead and post the conversation for tonight. And so a lot of people, thank you for your participation. The conversation, the post was, don't take it personal. Yeah, that's what it was. It was, don't take it personal. And a lot of people was just like, I always like to surprise you guys, and you guys were super confused. But if you read the post, always, see the post, then read the information on the bottom, because it explained the post for those of you who may, not understand. But I try to make everything simple enough. But anyways, the post was, don't take it personal. This year, I truly want you to be the best version of yourself. Like, we ain't doing nothing at 95%. We're going to do it at 100. Okay. And so I want you to understand that this year, we're not taking anything personally. Okay. That has been something that has held a lot of our Team 100 members back. For those of you who have allowed me to be your mentors, and you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of situations that a lot of people I have seen that they're stuck in is because they're taking a lot of things personally. And when we break these things down, a lot of the things that you're taking personally, you shouldn't be taking personally, because a lot of these things are not yours to bear. I know we have families, we have friends, we have, acquaintances that we connect with, in certain situations or experiences may happen in our presence, and we may take home to those things, and unconsciously we don't realize that we're taking certain things, certain situations personally, and it's hindering our growth, it's hindering our progress, it's hindering our development. And if we don't really check ourselves and release some of these things. Remember, in the beginning of the year, we talked about releasing certain things. We're not carrying no baggage from 2021 to 2022. We're leaving that February 1st. We're cutting all of that, leaving it in 2021, because 2022, we are doing big things. Okay. It's either you go big or you go home, and we're not going home anytime soon. So we talked about that. So a lot of people were really just like, okay, so how do I not take it personal, Josie? Like, if you tell me go fuck myself, how do I not take that personally? And I understand, because I've been there, and I tell you guys all the time, I would never want to discuss or bring something to you guys that I have not experienced. I have not tried to, not master, because we're not perfect, but I have, really come to a conclusion of how I can really maximize positivity in every situation that I'm in, and how to really just like apply positive thinking in everything. And even when it is for you to take it personal, how you cannot take it personal. So a lot of people just like, yo, Josie, the DMs was really lit this week. And I just want to say thank you for everyone who participated in the conversation. And so I have 5 simple tips. Like, you guys know, I don't give you guys more or less. I give you guys 5 simple tips on how to avoid taking things personally. And I think if you guys really try to apply this to certain situations, to your life, just in general, apply it to your life, I know, let me take out think, because that's a guess. I know that you are going to be able to go through this year untouchable, unbreakable, unshaken, and truly unbothered with a lot of things that would normally upset you, that because you have these 5 simple tips that you are, applying to your life, applying to your daily regiment, routine, that you're going to be able to go through life, being positive, helping a lot of people, but at the same time staying intact with yourself. I even myself, for a long time, I used to just like hone so many people's, experiences and feelings. And I was like, damn, I felt overwhelmed. I'm like, yo, I feel like I have a lot to carry, and sometimes the burden is not for you to carry. And so we're going to get into that. I think I'm giving you guys a little too much too soon. So the first tip is to identify the source. So a lot of people, when someone may say something to you, someone may act a certain way with you, someone may, there could be a gesture that someone, show you or reflect, and you feel like, oh, what word? Like, you take it personal, right? So if you identify the source, and what I mean when I say identifying the source, realize who that person is. Is that person someone that you should be taking the gesture, the comment? Should you be taking that personally from that person? Say, for instance, let's give an example. I have my hyperactive aunt, and I have one of my trusted girlfriends, right? and my aunt tells me, Josie, you look horrible today. And my girlfriend tells me, Josie, you don't look so pleasant today. Identify the source. Who should I really take that comment seriously from? Should it be my hyperactive aunt? Or should it be my well-advised friend that's like, yo, Josie, I don't think you should go out like that. Like, I really think you should change it up a little bit. Or should I take it from my hyperactive aunt that's like, oh, baby, you look a mess today, and take it personally? Understand that certain people are here to annoy, aggravate, and trigger the Jesus out of you. And once you identify the source of where it's coming from, you will realize, should I even react to this person or should I not? If you react to your hyperactive aunt, that's your fault, because that's what auntie do. That's just her MO. She's out to just annoy, say ridiculous things to everybody every once in a while, and that's just what she do. But if you understand who that person is and where she's at, you're gonna understand how to approach her. And certain things that come out of her mouth, it's like you're just gonna let it fly over your head, because it's like, that's auntie. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes to your advice, your trusted friend, because your trusted friend has a level head, and this person looks out for you. This person would not, they really have your back. You're going to really say, you know what? Let me really take heed to what she's saying, because this person, I can trust this person. This person really have my back. So if I really don't look presentable, I should really take a little note to it. Not take it personally, but I should, take a note to it and say, you know what? Let me go and look at myself and see what she see. Maybe I didn't see it. It's just like a teacher and maybe one of the bad kids in your class. The bad kid tell you, go fuck yourself. The teacher say, you're being an asshole. Nowadays that's how society is. Teachers cuss at students, student cuss at teachers. Okay, to each their own. But imagine you taking it personal from a kid that is having issues at home, that really just have it hard, and then a teacher that he's really just like, yo, you're really being unreasonable right now. Who would you take that comment from? That kid that he's like a walking time bomb. Yeah, guys know I'm tongue twisted. Or your teacher that's really like, this is not of you. You should be better than this. You're not acting like you're supposed to act. Figuring out and identifying the source will help you to know, hey, I am not going to be triggered by that kid, because that kid, he has his own things he's going through. So I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to feel some type of way, because he's going through his own things. So he may say certain things where it's like, okay, dude, gotta go. But when my teacher, someone that has observed my behavior from the beginning of class or, the semester, and really know that, yo, this is not your character. This is not how you normally are. You're being a jerk right now. I should, go ahead and, let me reevaluate, my behavior right now. Maybe he has a point. So the first thing, identifying the source, realizing that sometime before you react, you should really identify, hey, where is the information coming from? Is it from somebody that is just looking for me to react and to get upset? Or is it come from someone that is really telling me, hey, I need to check myself in this moment, because what you're doing is not cool? 2, confirming what it is. Once again, certain comments, certain gestures, certain things people do to you, you have to understand, where is it coming from? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why are you telling me this? Like, some people, like I say, they're out to just trigger people. Their MO is to just go out and to just cause mayhem. And if you allow those type of people to trigger you, if you allow those type of people to just get into your spirit and annoy you, then it's really your fault. Because some people, you can just see them from a mile away and be like, you know what? I'm just going to go the other way. It may be longer, but at the end of the day, when you are able to confirm what it is, you're able to walk away from a lot of situations that really, you would be better off from walking away than entertaining. Because at the end of the day, you know what that person is all about. And so confirming what it is, like, okay, I'm not doing this today. Walking away, I used to think, a lot of people used to say, oh, you're a chicken if you walk. No, walking away is the best thing that you can, it's the best remedy for a lot of situations. So confirming what it is. 2, a lot of people don't understand this. When you are personally, like when you take things personal, it's a feeling. And if you're able to remove your feeling from a lot of things, boy, oh boy, I would have less heartbreaks. I would have less, going from 0 to 100 real quick. Because people will tell you that. Long time ago, I would be one of those people. I would go 0 to 100 real quick because I was just like so sensitive to what everybody had to say. I took everybody's concern to heart. I wanted to fix everything. I wanted to make sure everybody was, accounted for and comfortable. And, I was just one of those people like, you say the wrong thing to me and it's like, whoa. And so I realized, you know what? I need to tap out of that. Like if I remove that feeling of, okay, being upset or being hurt or being triggered, I'm able to have a conversation better than going from 0 to 100 real quick. And sometimes when you realize that you go 0 to 100 real quick, you realize later on that it was not even worth it. Because the reason why I say this, and I had 2 points here. Okay, the reason why I said this because when you remove your emotions, and I wrote it down because I was like, this is good. When you remove your emotions cause you to react while your mental cause you to respond. Get it again, honey. When you are able to remove your emotions, remember that your emotion will cause you to react, and your mental will cause you to respond. So if I am emotionally just like, oh my God, he broke my heart. Oh my God, my best friend, she should not have said that to me. Or, oh my God, I can't believe he insulted or she insulted or they insulted me. They supposed to be fam. If you take out the emotion and say, you know what, my family, that's just what they do. Okay, I'm just not going to entertain in that. I'm not going to accept or play into bad behavior. Okay, I know my ex is hot-headed or my boyfriend is hot-headed. You chose him, girlfriends. Or I know she is a loose cannon dude. You chose her. That's just how she is. I'm not going to engage into that bad behavior. When you remove your emotions will get you in trouble because they cause you to react. Oh, I'm going to go to his house and bust his tires. Oh, I'm going to go to her job and embarrass her. Oh, I'm going to go and, I'm going to go on social media and insult this person. Your emotions cause you to react when really, if you take a backseat and say, let me think about it, your mental will cause you to respond in a proper manner. And that way you won't be able to take things so personally because you're like, you know what? Let me think about it. Why did she or he or they did what they did? Should I really be bothered by it? Or is that in their character to do? Because we all have come across people that we just know their MO. So you cannot say, oh, you know what? It was just a heat of the moment. I've been there. I've done that. There's some people where I should not have even engaged into that bad behavior. But because I allowed my emotions to take the best of me, I was in it. Okay. But as I've gotten wiser and becoming the better version of myself, I realized that no, I don't want to go 0 to 100 real quick. I do not. I don't want to be that example for anyone. And I don't want it to be okay to go 0 to 100. It's not cute. It's not healthy. And it's not acceptable. And so when you're able to really sit back and analyze, you know what? I'm going to remove my emotion because if I keep my emotion in this conversation, I may say or do certain things that is not of my character. And if you allow your mental to step in, you'll be able to respond to the person better. Hey, you know what? I just need 15 minutes. I just need to walk away from this for a second and I'll come back and regroup. Or you know what? I don't think this is a conversation we should be having right now. You're better prepared, or not better prepared, but you're able to handle certain situations that would get you triggered, that will make you feel like, oh, you know what? Damn, I feel some type of way. Like, oh, she didn't say hi to me today. It will allow you to say, you know what? Maybe this person's having a bad day. You know what? I'm just going to let them be them, especially with this pandemic. We're all going through something. Allow that person to be that person. And if they're supposed to come back, they'll come back. If they're not, then keep it moving. Stay focused. That is 3. 4, I want you to move on quickly. Okay. I don't want you to dwell on anything. Hey, you know what? You said it. That's what it was. You must have felt it at that time. Certain things that you say, really, that's how we feel. And when we say certain things, sometimes it was meant to be said because maybe that person needed to hear it. And there's certain situations where you just, hey, I think you are such and such and such, or I think you are da 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 da. And maybe that person needed to hear. Maybe that was just God sent. Sometimes certain situations are heaven sent. Okay, but at the end of the day, I want you to, if it's something that you need to apply, like I tell you, if it's constructive criticism, take it in. Because I used to be one of those people, I didn't want to hear nothing constructive, non-constructive. But when I realized that constructive criticism makes you better, it's not, yeah, you may not want to hear it, but it makes you better. And I always have, like, I always tell people, I have like these two, I have a bunch of sisters, but I have like these two sisters where one, if I want to, like party hard, I'm not party hard, but one, if I want to go rob a bank or something, she's like my cheerleader. She will cheer the hell out of any idea I have. The other sister, she will hold me accountable. And when I know I need constructive criticism, I go to her because I know she's going to give me the business. Even if I don't want to hear the business, she's going to give me the business, and I take it in because I'm like, yo, I know what she's saying. I need it. And so when you're able to take constructive criticism in versus non-constructive criticism, the non-constructive criticism is what will cause you to become personally offended, personally, hurt, because it's something that is not true. Most of the time is not true, or it's just someone's opinion. Everybody have their opinion. Imagine if you listen to everybody's opinion in the world, you will really go berserk. So just taking in constructive criticism is what you need to start doing in your life. Don't take in everything everybody else have to tell you, because at the end of the day, it's certain things are not for you, and certain things are for you that you need to hear. That is like, yo, yeah, it's the truth. And so when you're able to understand, like, yo, that was constructive, I'm going to take it in because I need to fix that. I need to tune up on that. I need to, step into it. And then that was not constructive criticism because they just wanted me to argue and fight and fuss and be upset. I'm not taking that in. Move on from it. Don't sit down and dwell on it. Don't try to figure out, what she really meant, what he really meant, how they really felt. At the end of the day, listen, we are all going through our journeys. Some people are going to be in your life and some people are not. And the people that you allow in your life, they will be those people that give you that constructive criticism. And the people that you just let entertain you, or you entertain in your life, they will be the people that provide that non-constructive criticism that's going to allow you to always be personally offended. And that's what's going to cause you to take everything personal. Like, there's certain people I just don't hang around because I'm like, no. I just know that's their MO. And so you have to be mindful of that. You really have to be mindful of certain situations that you see that's like, you know what? I already have an assumption of what's going to happen. Well, let me just, if you cannot fix the problem, don't add to it. And five should really have been number one. But, I always have to put that somewhere because without it, everything is pointless. Ask God for direction, for discernment. Put God first, period. Whenever you feel offended, whenever you feel like, I feel like I'm triggered. I feel like I'm offended. I feel like somebody, stepped on my toes. I feel like somebody, really, put a dagger to my heart. I ask God for direction and discernment. Like, God, should I really be upset at this person? Should I really be triggered or offended by what this person said? Is it constructive criticism? Should I take it in and really, fix some things that may really need to be fixed? Or is it something I just need to let go and let God and let you deal with it? And so when we allow God to really just like manifest in our life, and that's why I tell you, let God show up and show out in your life. Like, really invite him into your world. He wants to be a part of your life. There's a lot of things that I'm doing right now where if it's not my own doing, it's God, and I invited him into my world. He gave me the world, but he's not going to overstep, his boundaries. He gave us this life, but he wants to be included. And if you invite him like, yo, I'm going through this, I don't know how to feel. The confirmations, he's going to give you confirmation of how to resolve certain situations. He's going to give you that confirmation of how to speak to certain people. There's a lot of people that I interact with on a daily basis where some days my old self would be like, Josie. But my new self will say, no, you know what? No, this is not what God would want from me. This person is venting. This person needs to, release that. And if they came to me with that, I need to be that person that, makes them comfortable enough where it's like, hey, this is a safe zone. I got your back, and I need to be that person that can give them that constructive criticism. A lot of people have friends. We have family that goes through a lot of stuff. And sometimes it's not for us to give them the non-constructive criticism. I told you that was not going to work. You stupid for not doing that. Sometimes when people come to you, they just want you to, hey, hear me out because I don't have another source. I don't have another outlet, or help me find a solution. And so, when you seek God, he always give you the answers. My daughter was telling me, Mom, how do you come up with these great topics and ideas? And it's like, really, I find out what he wants me to share. A lot of people tell me I need to post 1,000 times. I'm not posting 1,000 times because what God wants me to share, he's going to allow me to share with the person that needs to receive it. And so I think this topic was very important because not only was it something that I had to go through where, I went through years of just being personally offended, like everything. I was just like a sponge. I absorbed everything. And now it's like, hey, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I was in a DM conversation with someone and we were going back and forth about this conversation. And it was like, listen, to each their own. If that makes you feel good at night and that's your thing, who am I to tell you otherwise? But eventually I want you to be open-minded to see, hey, really look at the confirmations of your life. Look at what's going on. Look at how God is stepping in. And then when you really look and seek those confirmation, come back around and tell me what you think and tell me if your perspective will be different. And so sometimes it's not even to take anything personal. Everybody have a different way of seeing certain things. So if you take everything personal, you are going to be like doomed, because what God has for you to put out, you have all of this, stuff, unnecessary stuff like in you that you won't even have the heart or the strength or the mental capacity to really work on those things so that you can be that blessing for someone else. So I want you guys to release all of that. Like when someone tell you something that it just would make you go 0 to 100 real quick, or something that is offensive. We live in a culture that the cancel culture, they say, oh, if you say something offensive and I don't like it, I get to cancel you out. No, you do not get to cancel me out, because God has given us all a brain to use, and we should all be able to, hey, if I'm not saying something that is going to physically harm you, or saying something that is detrimental to your life or your health or your living, I should be able to voice that, and I think that's where we need to come into, hey, I cannot be offended for everything everybody have to say. Some things like, yo, you're really being mean right now. Oh my God, should I be offended by that? No, you may have been a little mean, but is it to say it's not true? We're so often, we try to be so accommodating that we're really damaging the society that we live in, because we're allowing so much bad behavior, because everyone gets to be offended, or everyone is taking everything personally. There are certain things that we need to be able to stand in the truth of it and be able to say, you know what? I need to fix that. I need to look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what? That's not cool. I need to check myself. And so when you're able to take your emotions out of it, imagine how many people will be able to have great conversation, because it's like, okay, you know what? My emotions is out of it. I can mentally respond to you, and we can have a conversation. We can have a great dialogue about certain things, about certain, situation that normally it would have been a fight. It would have been some type of big confrontation. And so I think we need to learn as people, let's learn how to not be offended. There's some truth to certain things, and I want us to be the better version of ourselves. And so with these 5 simple tips, and I do want to go over them again. 1, identify the source. Figure out who is the source coming from? Like, should you really, is it a trusted person, a level-headed person that you should really take the information that's being presented to you for seriously? Or is it someone that is like, you know what, I know this person, that's their MO, or I can feel the tension, or I can feel, this person, it's not good news, let me let it go. Identify your source. 2, confirm what it is. Is it constructive criticism, or is it not constructive criticism? If it's constructive criticism, be bold enough to say, you know what, hey, I'm going to step into that, and I'm going to take the corrections that need to be corrected, and I'm going to apply it to my life and become the better version of myself. That's what we need to do as people, become the better version of ourselves. So confirm what it is. Is it constructive or non-constructive criticism? 3, remove your emotions, please. There's certain things where we just need to tap out a little bit. If you feel some type of way, regroup, but remove your emotions so that you are not reacting because of your emotions, but that you're actually using your mental to respond for that situation, or for whatever that situation or circumstance may be. And 4, keep it moving. Not everything you have to be offended for. You have so much important things to do on this earth. Your purpose is calling you. This year, I want everybody, Team 100, I need you guys to step into your purpose and to really bring it out to life. Like, we all have something that we're amazing in. If we allow little minute things like this to, distract us from what we are really called to do, we will never be able to make this world what it needs to be, and which is a positive place to live, an environment where Christ dwell and positivity lives, because we're entertaining everything else. So if you are still stuck in a certain situation, I need you to back up, reverse, and just remove yourself. Remove yourself from that situation and keep it moving. You have better things to do this year, and I want you to step into your purpose and become the better version of yourself. And 5, last but not least, I need you to always put God first, the universe, whatever you call him. Put him first, because at the end of the day, we're nothing. I am nothing without him. You are nothing without him. Our existing, don't laugh at me, we're nothing. And so put God first, ask him for direction, ask him for discernment. He is going to, that consciousness that they talk about, that's God speaking to you. He will tell you, yo, don't do that, don't entertain that, don't go there, don't be a part of that, leave that alone. So if you ask God for direction, ask him for discernment, he is going to give you that. There's a lot of situations that I found myself in, and it's because I was like, I got this, I can do this on my own, I'm intelligent enough. And when I did not include him, I landed flat on my ass. And those were the worst days of my life. Those were the worst situation of my life. Those were the worst decisions I made in my life. And now being wiser and understanding that my purpose means everything, I need to make better decisions. And with doing that, I need to make sure that the creator of the universe is a part of each and every one of them. And so that is my 5 tips that I have for you guys to avoid, what is the title? To avoid taking things personal. Listen, Team 100, y'all have better things to do this year. I want you guys to shine this year. I want by the end of this year, every one of you guys are saying, yo, I got a testimony. I want to tell you guys how good God's been. I want to tell you how many things I've done for somebody. I want to tell you how many people I tapped into. I want to tell you how many things that, I made, beautiful. I want you guys to have that story. I want you guys to have that testimony for me, because I want to know that, yo, y'all did y'all work. There's nothing on this earth that we cannot do without putting some work in it. And I want you guys to be the better version of yourself. So take heed to these 5 simple tips, because if I didn't do these things, I don't think I would be the person that I am to be here today with you guys. And I would never give you guys anything. I would never give you guys anything that I know that would not work. And these tips truly work. They have been a saving grace to my life. And I don't want you guys to take anything personally, especially things that you don't need to take personally. I don't want you to take it personally, because I want you guys to focus on your purpose. I love you guys. Team 100, be great in all things, and all things be great. Thank you for everyone that have been getting your gears. We do not have any more of these gears. These were from last year. Okay, it's going to be 30 degrees in Miami, so bundle up. You can still get your gear on the website. Is in my bio. I want you guys to speak love. I want you guys to be great in all things, and I want you guys to do amazing things in this year. This is your year, Team 100, and I want you to shine with every fiber of your being. I want you to be great, and I'm here to cheer you on. So I love you guys. Be great in all things. We're going to be back here next Friday, unless life happens, then we won't. But I'm here for you. Tell a friend to tell a friend to text a friend. That is going down here on Inspiration Speak Love 100. Join the team. For those of you who have not joined the team yet, we're going to do some big things this year. I just thank you guys for just loving on me and allow me to love on you guys. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao. Later.